Hi friends, here I am making a Middle Eastern dish called Eggplant Tepsy with Kufta and rice. I first started with some ground beef. I added some onions, garlic, parsley, allspice, salt, pepper, and 7-spice. Mix it all together. I got my pan, I put some olive oil, and I started the layers. First, you want to add your meat. Your kufta in this dish is the most important. That's where all the flavor is at. Turn your kufta into circles or however you like and start layering. First, I added the potatoes, just like so. I cut a little bit of onions and I also added them. You can also put onion rings if you like, but I just cut them like this. Then you add your eggplant. Eggplant here is also another big flavor. If you're an eggplant lover, I highly recommend adding extra. And I sprinkled a little bit of salt for some flavor, and I added more kufta on top. If you like meat, continue adding layers. And then again, I added some eggplant, and then some potatoes, and sprinkled a little bit of salt, and then I put tomatoes on top, very end. And then you want to add 5 cups of water, salt, pepper, and allspice, also paprika. You can add tomato sauce, but I added tomato paste. Mix it together very well. And you want to go ahead and let this saute for a little bit, then add your liquid mixture. I squeezed 2 lemons here, and I let it cook for about 30 minutes. It's really simple and easy, and it has a lot of flavor. Here I'm making the rice. I first started with adding some oil and vermicelli and some rice. I sauteed them together, and I added a little bit of salt. And you just want to add water a little bit above the rice. So I added about 2 1/4 cups of hot water, and I let it cook for about 15 minutes. Really simple. And here my food is ready. So I started plating it. I added rice in the middle. You can do it however you like, but you want to have your tepsi with rice. It came out very delicious. I highly recommend you trying this. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you try and you enjoy. Thank you for tuning in.